I'm going to have a quick video on here on the rear bumper. How to adjust your rear bumper. Most of you guys are having this problem right here where your bumper, this thing's been recently was clipped, had all this stuff all fixed, and a guy who didn't have insurance or driver's license, of course, a lot of those around, hit the back of the car, and now it's having trouble opening the deck lid. But anyway, if you're having a problem with your bumper and it's basically going like this, and this is typical, if your car is doing that and you have to step on your rear bumper, that's pretty much you've just about got everything right. So that's actually pretty good. I'm going to talk to you guys about this stuff real quick and how to adjust this stuff so that you can get yours right. I got to get this thing fixed here. Take this bumper off. I'm going to fix this still. He did is he hit me right here. Just barely clipped that. And bent it a little bit, so I'm going to straighten it out, put it back on. And it actually kinked the bumper just a little bit right here, and I already straightened that out. And this was, I don't know, semi-original bumper. I think it's an original blade. Some people say that there has to have the Volkswagen logo on it, and I don't know if that's actually true because of the way how thick this bumper is. I think it's original. But anyway, I know the brackets were original. They'd never been painted, and that's how they looked right there. So I kept them. I didn't want to paint them. So anyway, what you have is this problem here is usually your deck lid will shut and it'll set right here. So there's a number of things that can be wrong that are making that happen. Okay, number one, you do not have original support brackets. Try and get them in here in focus. Right here. Right there. This is your support bracket. If they're not VW stamped, typically you're going to have to shim your bumper. So I'll show you what one of those looks like. I have one right here. Okay, this is a non-original. If you look at it, it's kind of rounded in the corners and it doesn't fit right. Sometimes the Wolfberg West ones fit okay, and sometimes they shut. Just a second. So the second item that you could have that is causing your bumper to not be perfect is, in order for everything to work right on your VW, it has to be perfect. So is your bumper brackets might not be original. So check for the VW stamp on those. I've never seen one that wasn't stamped. The third thing is underneath your car. If this bumper support in the back has been replaced and is not welded in correctly, your deck lid will shut on the bumper. So, but I'm going to show you how to fix some of this stuff real quick. So no worries. But typically those are the things that cause the bumper or the deck lid to set. The deck lid to set right here on the top of this. Okay. So what you can do to fix this is you can stack washers on here to tilt your bumper out a little bit if it's just hitting just a little bit. You might say, oh, that's a bummer, I got to stack washers. Well, life's a bummer. They go right between this bracket and this thing. I'll show you on this other car. It's hardly noticeable. It's right here between this bracket and here. I had to shim this bumper to twist it back to get it to fit. The other thing that you're going to have to do is if you don't have the original bumper support brackets, you're gonna have to stack washers between this screw and here. This will move your bumper back to the back of the car a little bit, like on this side right here, where I had to do that. You can see behind there, you see the washers behind it here, and they're also behind it here where you can better see it, to get the bumper to move back a little bit. Plus I have some up here on this portion. Okay, yeah, the other thing that you can do is also you can slot the holes in your bumper brackets. But I'm going to tell you something that is much harder to do than just do this. And if you put these in and paint them, make them look like chrome, nobody will really notice that it's there. And behind here, you really don't notice much at all. You have to get a little bit longer bolt. You may not have to get a longer bolt, because usually if you have these aftermarket bumper supports, you don't you have plenty of long bolt, because these things are bent so badly that they don't fit right. So anyway, in short, that's basically how you can adjust your bumper to make your bumper brackets fit. Currently, this car's got an issue also. Yeah, the bumper brackets got bent, so it's also pushing the fender over a little bit. So unfortunately, I'm going to take it off. Normally what I do is I take off the bumper itself, take off these two bolts here, take off this one, and pull the bumper off, and then I'll take the brackets off, rather than try to fight those brackets through the grommets and everything else. It's much easier to do that way, because then you'll leave this one in place. It just is the easiest way to remove the bumper on your Bug. So anyway, if you're in that predicament, at least you'll have an idea of how to stack your washers and make it so that your deck lid doesn't hit. It's basically you're pushing the bumper back a little bit and twisting it out so that you can get the bottom of your deck lid to clear, and it usually only clears by less than 1/16 of an inch or something like that when you get it to work right. And sometimes you still have to step on your bumper. It's pretty common, pretty normal. And if everything isn't 100% perfect like it was when the car was brand new, just one little tiny slight bend somewhere and your deck lid is going to hit your bumper. So nice fun stuff. Okay, talk to you guys in the next video.